Zaxby's, indescribably good.
His competitiveness being out here after injuring his hamstring in a title game?
Well, I think, Marquise did a great job for us. He was a great competitor, a good leader for us, and fortunately the injury wasn't too bad, more than he could come back in the game, but he's rehabbed it and wanted to give it a try here, and we're here today to support him.
A lot of these guys are going to be pro players. They need to get help looking for agents. Trent told us on Saturday that looking for an agent was worse than going through the recruiting process. How are you able to help them with that?
Well, we have an agent education program. Joe Mendez is a part of our staff who was a former personnel guy with the Washington Redskins, and I think he's done a fabulous job of giving the families as well as our players a lot of background information on things that they need to do to go through the selection process of an agent. And there's a lot of wonderful agents out there, and we're only interested in helping our guys sort of pick somebody who's going to do a great job of representing them.
Coach, does the NFL have a certain height level they'd like their centers to be? And if so, where do you think William fits into that category?
Well, I think everybody has a criteria for what they're looking for size-wise at every position. But I think that's only one factor. And I think that people are going to evaluate a guy's ability to play his position, the critical factors that they like to see a guy be able to perform to, and the physical abilities that it takes to do that. And I think they also do a lot to evaluate a guy's character, intelligence, toughness. And William Vallejos is going to be off the charts in all those areas except his height.
Coach, how would you determine Cordy Upshaw's future? What kind of future do you see?
I think he has a fantastic future. He's a guy that's really hard to block. He's a good pass rusher. He's got great size and strength to play outside linebacker and be a designated pass rusher on third down. And I think, people are always looking for those kind of guys, and I think he's going to fit well with the team, especially a 3-4 team.
In your opinion, why are your players so prepared for the NFL?
Well, I think there's two things. I think the fact that we play sort of a pro-style offense, defense, special teams, and sort of approach the things that we do the same way that the NFL does. But I think the second thing is they make a better transition because, we take pride in the fact that we try to teach our guys being responsible for their own self-determination, which is accountability. So when somebody defines their role or what their job is, they can be accountable to it, and I think that helps them make a better transition in the NFL when you don't have all these support personnel like we do in college around them.
Nick, in your 3 years working with Trent Richardson, how complete of a player do you feel like he is right now for the NFL?
Well, I think Trent's one of the finest football players in the country. I mean, I think his production speaks for itself, but when you talk about a guy's competitive character, the kind of person he is, guy is driven to be the very best that he can be. He affects other people around him in a very positive way. I think, he's going to be a great addition to some team.
Coach, could you talk about how Julio was able to kind of seamlessly transition into his role with the Falcons this year? Lead the rookie class with 8 touchdowns.
Well, Julio's a fantastic player, and he did a great job for us. And I think, you're talking about a guy that has tremendous maturity, and, he's focused on what he wants to do, and stays focused on the things that are going to affect his performance, and he's very mature about it, and doesn't surprise me at all that he had a great year as a rookie. And a lot of people criticize the Falcons for moving up to pick him, but I think it was worthwhile for them, and I think he proved them very much right.
Signing days in about a week. You can't speak specifically about recruiting, but what kind of shape are you guys in heading into next Wednesday?
Well, we're excited about the class we've been able to put together, and we continue to work and try to make sure that we maintain the people that we have and see if there's anybody else that we could add that would be a significant contributor for us.
Nick, you got to know Joe Paterno. Can you speak a little bit about what he meant and how sad you were for the news on Sunday morning?
Well, Joe Paterno was a good friend, but I think the respect that I have for Joe Paterno for his commitment to college football, his commitment to the players in college football, whether they were his players, which he had a great program for a long, long time, and a lot of people had a tremendous amount of success who were in their program, which I think is a real indication of the kind of program that you have. And but what he did for college football, his dedication to college football, and I can't say enough, and I don't think anybody can, for the success that he had, but the impact that he had and how he affected other people.